I'm such a professional. Put the ending first. And what is going on, everybody? And welcome to another Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. My name is Ed Rivera, also known as the Dad Hat, and with me, I got two of my co-hosts who are they're on location, guys. So we're gonna start with the influencer himself first, Mr. Eric Prophet. Where are you, my friend?
So I am in Memphis, Tennessee, and I know you can't see it really well, but the Memphis Tigers from the American Athletic Conference are playing North Alabama. It's 13-1 Memphis, bottom five. They put up a 6 spot, have the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Holy moly.
But yeah, we're just got done seeing Johnny and his wife this week, and
there's probably more runs coming in.
Oh, no, just caught it just in front of the warning track, almost a grand slam. But we spent the weekend and the last couple of days with Johnny and his wife, and they're about 2 hours south of Memphis. So we drove up to Memphis for the night, caught a ball game, going to stay the night, and then heading back. So, and as far as what I'm wearing, I'm not drinking anything right now. But as far as what I'm wearing, I got a new Memphis Redbirds hat. Picked this up at AutoZone Ballpark. We stopped there before we came over here to FedEx Park. And this is the Memphis Redbirds hat that I got today.
And Phil wants to know, have you seen Elvis?
Yeah, I actually did see him. So he said hello to the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. He wanted to give a shout out. So yes, I did see Elvis.
I like to hear that. All right. And then my other co-host, Mr. Prospector himself, Mr. Patrick Larson, my friend. First of all, I should be asking is, where are you? What are you wearing? What are you drinking?
Well, Mr. Influencer, Mr. Cleanup King, I hope you guys are doing well tonight. I am on location in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., here for a conference. And let's see, tonight I am wearing local stuff. I'm wearing the Washington Wizards, the back to the Michael Jordan, Rip Hamilton, Caron Butler days. So going a little basketball tonight.
I like it.
Yeah, and so, like I said, that little 5950 action with that old Wizards logo. So
looks good, man.
I appreciate it, man. And then tonight it may be a different bottle, but it's very similar. It's not Gatorade. It's not Gatorade, but it is Propel. It's a Propel. I got Propel Black Cherry going on in here. So shout out to Gold Emblem for the water bottle to use for my and let's see. To save money, I went out and bought the 2-gallon jug of water. So rather than buying the individual bottles, so being environmentally sustainable, and got the little powder packs. So here we go.
Yes, sir. I love it. All right, and as far as myself, we'll see if Mr. Mayor shows up here in a second. I am wearing I'm in my home studio. I'm in Dad Hat Studios, so we are good to go here. And guys, just so you guys know, I might have a special guest just jumping in with us tonight, so I'm very excited. But I am wearing my Asheville Tourist Beer City Dad Hat. This thing is an absolute wonderful. It's a 47 cleanup. And then drinking some water out of a shaker bottle where I put my Dad Hat Chronicle stickers. I'm pretty excited. I love this thing. So, all right. While we wait for the mayor, I want to introduce you guys to a special guest. He has been a guest on my podcast. The man is a man of many talents. You may have seen him in a Major League Baseball commercial. And he's turned out to be one of my good friends here in this wonderful place that we call minor league baseball world, right? So without further ado, guys, I give you guys Floboboyce. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop,
What's up, Flobo?
Hey, Dad Hat Crew. What's going on? The Chronicles are in the building. Thanks so much for having me. We were talking about this about an hour before we're going live. I said, I thought the show was Thursday. I'm on the beach. I'm maxing and relaxing, feeling all cool, but I'm back now, baby.
And wearing a wonderful hat, by the way. Look at that thing. Is that the reason why missions?
It is. This is why I'm banned from the minor league baseball store. This is the hat I was telling you about on hat day. Yeah. Can I tell that story? I'll tell it later. But yeah, this is what I finally got.
I hold on to that story because I want to hear it. But
okay.
I also want to let's go ahead and introduce our other co-host. Oh, the mayor himself. Look at him on location as well. Three of my three co-hosts are all on location while I'm just here hanging out at home. What's up, Mr. Mayor? How you doing, my friend?
I am doing fine. I am in Aiken, South Carolina, getting ready to do a midnight cut job tonight. So I'm all set up and ready to go for 12 o'clock midnight, and rocking my trucker off to work hat that I posted this morning from the Columbia Fireflies. Really nice little hat they just dropped a few weeks ago, and I'm rocking the Prime tonight. So
He needs all the energy he can get.
that's right. Need some hydration and some energy.
There you go. Hey, Eric, did you get the barbecue nachos at the Memphis Tigers game?
I did not. No.
Oh, Zach, he failed you. Zach Beeson. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Paying all this money for this hat that I just got. Didn't have any left over for the barbecue nachos.
All right. I guess everybody will go ahead and forgive you for that one. All right, guys. We'll get started here in a second, but let's start with a little baseball because I want to hear this story from Mr. Flobo on why his minor Major League Baseball ban. So I want to hear it, my friend. Talk to us.
So first of all, it's all Dad Hat's fault because I thought I was fine with only 25 hats, but this guy was like 25. That's light work, baby.
That's some rookie numbers right there.
I had no idea. I only got one head, right? So he sent me this list of it was Hat Day. It was International Hat Day. List of some cool ideas, cool deals, and I really love this San Antonio Missions hat because like the other ones have like the little like chili peppers or whatever.
Yeah,
I got this one. And it doesn't show up for like 3 weeks. Then it says it's delivered. So I go back to the minor league baseball store and I'm like, hey, where's my product? They're like, it says that it's delivered. I'm like, well, I don't have it. Can you show me? Do you have any proof that you don't have it? I was like, how do I have any proof that I don't have it? Here's I'm gonna show you the receipts, I'm gonna show you everything. And every day I followed up and I feel like they stopped answering me. and I was like, I'm never getting this hat, man. I'm not. But the thing is, the minor league baseball store runs all the teams, but there's always like a merch rep for the team. So I took the whole chain and I forwarded it to San Antonio, like, listen, I just don't want to be ignored anymore. Can you someone give me my money back? Can I get a hat or
Can
something?
I get a refund?
Yeah.
Dude, overnight air. San Antonio sent me this. But now I'm so embarrassed. I can't go back to the Major League Baseball store for like a couple weeks. The block is hot right now.
Give it a little bit of time and then you'll go back. Yeah. I got you. Homie. I got you.
Hey, Flobo, did you reach out to John in San Antonio for that?
I can actually tell you in a minute who I did. I was like, please, somebody help me out.
I need your help.
I said it's probably John. John's a good one.
Guys, if you guys don't know already by now, that man right there, Mr. Patrick Larson, knows pretty much every manager in every other minor league baseball stores. He does.
No.
He'll tell you how he doesn't.
No.
I don't want to hear it. He does.
No.
Hey, but Mayor,
not true.
Mayor, aren't you at SRP Park watching the Gamecocks baseball right now? He is shocked.
No, I'm not watching any Gamecocks baseball to begin with, unless they're playing Clemson and losing to Clemson. So
That's a good man right there. There
yeah.
it is. Clemson Tigers. Season wants to tell you, Flobo, 25 equals 0.00001. Collection.
I had no idea.
Okay. So, all right, boys. Well, let's get started. We'll talk a little bit of baseball here in a minute, but we started Monday. The NFL just went absolute bonkers with like signing free agents. They were, I mean, it was all over the place, like places that, first of all, we will not be talking Dallas Cowboys because they didn't do anything. So they're going to be excluded from this conversation. Sorry for all of you Dallas Cowboys fans here.
Well, Ed, they lost players. They did do something. They did do something.
Well, that is true. They did. But, I thought that the owner said, Jerry Joe said that they were going to be very active in free agency and they were going to be very, active and nothing, crickets. So that's very interesting. What are you guys' thoughts so far of like the moves? What is your favorite move so far that you guys have seen as far as free agent signing, trades? And I'll give you the floor. You guys can choose your favorite team that you guys were happy about. What is it that you guys saw that it was like, all right, cool. That's a pretty big move. So I'll start with the influencer as he's ignoring and watching the game.
There's a left-handed batter up, and I'm down the left field line, so I'll make sure I don't get hit. But Yeah, obviously with the Packers, I told you guys a lot yesterday because there was so much that went on. I was not a big fan of Aaron Jones. I guess they couldn't come to an agreement on how much that they should pay him. He ended up getting like just $1 million more than what Green Bay was trying to offer him. And I hate that he went to Minnesota, but they don't have a quarterback. I mean, they have Sam Darnold.
Or receivers.
Yeah, so I'm not really worried about Minnesota right now, but we'll see. Josh Jacobs, I mean, he had some good years in Vegas, so we'll see. I don't know. I'm not real sold on that, but
apparently
got rid of
Aaron Jones was offered less than your boy that just signed with you guys. So that was very interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see, because he was only a 1 year. What was it, $7 million for Minnesota? So I was surprised it was only a 1 year deal. So I don't know if they're going to try
It's a prove it contract.
extend him or that's true. Because I mean, he's almost 30 and he's got injury issues over the last few years. He didn't play a whole lot, but when he was out there, he was really good. So I hate seeing him go, but we'll see here what happens with
he's one contract away. That's all he has. He has left. One contract left. This is his prove it year. He's at that age, as you said, 30 years old. There's a lot of younger running backs out there that, like, you got Derrick Henry who's still, playing. Which, by the way, we'll talk about that one. Ravens, sweet Jesus. As a Browns fan, I'm kind of angry about that. Not gonna lie. All right, Patrick, talk to me, my man.
Well, as far as the Colts, I'm really happy that they locked up Michael Pittman Jr. I think that's a big move for the Colts.
That's a big move.
Yeah, I mean, and I like that they re-signed a lot of their own guys. So Tyquan Lewis, Grover Stewart, Zaire Franklin. So I mean, it's guys that are big in the locker room. So I think that's a really big move with giving the younger guys some people to look up to. They're veteran leadership that do it the right way. So. As far as the Colts, I've been, not a lot of splash outside, but they tend to try to take care of their own anyway. So I'm really pleased with that. I hate to lose Zach Moss, but I kind of halfway expected that was going to happen. And Zach Moss deserves to be a starting running back in this league, and I think he's got every shot with the Bengals to do that. I think that's a good move for Cincy to get Zach Moss.
That's a strong team.
That is a strong team. It is.
God, I hate the AFC North right now. Sweet Jesus, everybody got good.
I think the strongest move is Jameis Winston going to the Browns. I mean,
shut your face. Shut your face.
Hate.
Oh.
No, I had to mess with that. No, but
how dare you?
I know, right? I have a lot of nerve messing with the cleanup king. But but anyways, I think that also an interesting move is the Saquon Barkley to Philly move. I think that I'm really, really interested to see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, a flurry of activity, but that's par for the course when NFL free agency opens.
It was crazy. It's been a wild one. Flobo, talk to me, man. I know you've seen some of these moves, boy.
Oh man. Well, first of all, it was John at San Antonio. That's, by the way, it was John Rapos at San Antonio. And
like I said, he knows.
He knows, man. Well, here's the deal. I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm a Houston Texans fan. So the mixing deal, especially going after Cincinnati, which is a team we always seem to like meet up in the first week of the playoffs. That to me didn't see coming, but I think it's
this year.
Yeah, I think it's a move that benefits all parties. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm down with that. Mixon is a bright spot, and keeping be better with a more experienced time. So,
God, I hate to say this because they whooped our asses in the first round of the playoffs. But my God, that Houston Texans teams is legit.
Finally,
right. Finally, but man, CJ Stroud is no joke. And if our good friend Mike would have been here, he would, absolutely hate the fact that CJ Stroud he's a Georgia guy. So,
yeah,
he hates anything. Mike Sellers hates Ohio State, but the man's, he's a legit quarterback. So, I mean, I can't say
CJ Stroud is so good. I bought his counterfeit jersey. That's how good he is.
I
can't afford the real one, but I got the counterfeit one.
I got the counterfeit. We all. Hey, I got myself some counterfeit jerseys. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to DHK, bro.
Hey, those things on DHgate look pretty darn good, though. I mean, it's hard to tell the difference.
Yep.
I was gonna say they look better than probably those Fanatics ones do now, but we'll get into that another time.
Yeah, that's a conversation for a whole different.
Yeah. Sorry,
See-through pants with Major League Baseball.
I didn't mean to open Pandora's box, but there you go.
All access.
All right, all access. I like that.
That's a
Mayor,
good one.
talk to me, my friend, about your team, man. Or what? One of the biggest surprises moves for you?
I don't know that any of them really were surprised. I mean, I think everybody that got who they got in some way improved. It's kind of funny though that a lot of these running backs, like the team that signed some of these guys, signed the new guy for more than they were offering the guy they let go to somebody else, which is kind of weird because you'd think they would just like go somewhere in the middle and keep the guy that's been there.
Yeah.
But it's like I think Atlanta made a huge move with getting Kirk Cousins. I think that's going to be the thing for them because they've got some pretty good players there, and I think if they can add a few more pieces, they'll be tough to beat. I texted with some friends of mine in my fantasy league today, and I told these guys this week reminds me of like the end of the school year and everybody breaks up with their boyfriend or girlfriend and they come back in the fall dating somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is like right here. In the fall, you're going to be like, wait, oh man, that guy's on that team now? I forgot about that. Like there's so many people changing teams that this is going to look so different next year when every team hits the field and you're going to be like, oh man, I forgot he went there and he went there. So it's crazy. But I think the Saquon thing to Philly, I mean, the Giants hadn't respected him for a while. So, I mean, everybody's like, how could you go to Philly? You go where the money is, man. That's right. You go where the money is.
Did you
if
see
you
the
stick to the
guaranteed
Giants
money
at the same times? Yeah. I mean, I can't blame him for that. And I mean, the Panthers, of course, all we got was a scrap of something. So, whatever.
Listen, I was listening to the sports radio here down in Raleigh, and I got some thoughts on the Panthers. Woo, these guys. But anyways, all right. As far as me, listen, I like the Jerry Jeudy trade. I think that was super good. For what we got, was a 5th and a 6th. Now you got a legit wide receiver 2 with Amari Cooper there. I think that was super smart. I didn't like the fact that they didn't even offer a contract to Joe Flacco to come back. Joe Flacco wanted to come back to Cleveland. I thought that would have been a good choice for him. We got Jameis Winston, whatever.
Who? I missed that.
Famous Jameis.
No.
The guy has job security. Am I right?
Yeah, for real, right? But something that really did, and that I've seen that's been going on with the NFL, like the Denver Broncos are an absolute hot garbage of a mess. You know what I mean? Right now, they're literally paying a man $37.5 million not to play for him, and the Pittsburgh Steelers were like, "We'll pay you minimum to come play with us, and you'll be the starter." I mean, come on. Russell Wilson playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who, by the way, their defense is really good, and they just got even better when they signed their linebacker, Queen. Jesus,
that's
mother
a good
of
move.
God. Really good move. The Baltimore Ravens signing Derrick Henry. My God, what? Why, guys? Why is the AFC North so legit good right now? Like Browns, I don't even know if they have a chance. I don't even know if they have a chance, guys, because every team in that division got absolutely wonderfully good. They all got good. I really do like the Atlanta Falcons move. That's a really good move for them.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going to happen now with the rest of the quarterbacks that are still available out there. You know what I mean? Where is Justin Fields going to end up at? Is he going to stay in Chicago? Is he going to go somewhere else now? I know there's some options now because Seattle doesn't really have a quarterback anymore. You know what I mean? They have their starting quarterback, but they don't, Geno Smith, but like they don't have a backup quarterback. Where is Justin Fields going to end up at now at this point?
It's going to be somebody like that or Arizona, maybe. I mean, everybody's going to let Chicago hold on to him until they have to dump him. Nobody's going to offer them anything for him.
Why would they?
Yeah, they have no leverage. So everybody's just going to sit back and wait till Chicago's just like, okay, we drafted this guy, we're going to dump this guy. and then he'll be a free agent, and somebody will pick him up. But I'm with you. I think Seattle's a good spot possibly to come in there with Geno. And again, Arizona. I mean, I can see somebody like Arizona. He may, in some ways, be an upgrade over Kyler Murray. So
anybody right now is an upgrade over Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray has not been good,
right? So
and who knows? He might still be playing video games and not reading his playbook. I don't know. No one knows. So those are some of the things that I saw. I'm surprised that the Dallas Cowboys didn't do anything. I'm extremely disappointed. I guess it's not a shock, but disappointed in your team, Mayor.
Yeah,
because really quick here. What's up, Jonathan? What's up?
Johan Pena, we 5 stud.
Johan Pena, all right. I love it. Zach Beeson, James Weston. That's not funny, bro. That's not funny.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's a solid quarterback.
No.
Well, as long as there's crab legs in Cleveland, he's good.
He's worth 0.95 Andrew Dalton. Let's be real.
No.
There you go.
What's up, Brett? And then this one is still one of my favorite comments right here. Jerry Jones is too busy taking paternity tests. So, and shout out to Stadium Food Girl. What's up, girl? She was here last week, so shout out to her. So like, what the hell? And I'm trying to figure this out. The trade that they made today, I think it was today that they made this trade, right? Where I was going to say Charlotte, but the Carolina Panthers, they just literally gave up a really good defensive player for nothing. When it was reported that the Los Angeles Rams were willing to give them 2 number ones.
Yeah. And Brian Burns goes for no number ones.
For nothing.
Yeah.
Well, between Christian McCaffrey and Brian Burns, you got no first-round selections.
And that's what happens when you have a bad owner who meddles in what he's not supposed to be meddling with.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dumpster fire there, and it's going to stay that way right now with Tepper. So there's nothing we can do about that. I mean, I don't know what the coach is planning to do other than he's just going to start basically from the bottom up.
There's nothing.
That's all he's got. Yeah, he's got nothing left anymore.
Don't get me wrong.
And the receiver they got, like I said earlier today, I mean, they're just inheriting a problem is all they're going to
They're inheriting a diva. That's what they're inheriting.
Yeah. And when Bryce Young can't get in the ball, it's going to blow up like when OBJ and your boy from Tampa got into it in Cleveland. So like if you can't get me the ball, I'm gonna make you look bad.
That answer tree is on sale.
Pick 2 of me makes a good gift.
That's a true story. Don't make opportunity test. That's why I stay away from the answer sheet 23 and me. Joel had, by the way, just so you guys know, I'm not waking up at 6 a.m. to watch the opening day. Thank God I'm in the East Coast because I think I'm good to go there. But yeah, Jake Tepper, absolute massive owner. Just when you thought like there were bad owners, they're like Oakland. No, we got this. Jay Tepper, I got this. We're going to go ahead and I'll start throwing beer at fans, and then I'll start meddling in things that I'm not supposed to be meddling and have no business doing. I got this.
The only positive thing that the Carolina Panthers organization has going for it is Donnie the Mayor Wise. That is the only thing.
And he's about to be jumping ship here in a minute if they don't do anything.
Hey, Donnie, I got a Colts hat with your name on it, buddy.
I would tell you to come to the Browns. I would tell you to come to the Browns, but don't do that right now. Don't do that.
There's not enough room. They just got Jameis with the side of crab legs. So
there we go. Here goes the dad jokes. I like it. All right, guys. Anything else really that surprised you? Not surprised you? Anything that has not happened with as far as the NFL is concerned? Because I mean, I'm guessing there's like. Let me see, because I really do like that damn signing Derrick Henry with Baltimore.
Yeah. So Ed, does that mean that you're going to go sign with the Ravens too?
Hell no. Oh, hey, by the way, I haven't even talked about this. But did one Baker Mayfield sign a pretty big contract this year?
Yeah, you must have been his agent. I
told you guys he was going to get paid.
Yeah, you got him a really nice contract. Your good buddy Baker Mayfield there.
Hey, he's no longer with Progressive, but he's insured pretty good.
I think Mike Evans got him that contract. Because once Mike Evans signed, that was a done deal right there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Don't matter. That's a good deal for him. That is
It's
a
a
good
great-
deal.
it's a great
Oh,
deal
yeah.
for Baker. I mean, and credit to Baker for this. I mean, considering the situation that he was in just about a year ago, and he's parlayed that into that kind of deal. Number one, you benefit from the kind of market that quarterbacks enjoy. But number two, credit for him. He went into a situation, did his job, and he's now getting paid. So kudos
To
to
go
him.
from the practice squad in Carolina, right? He was
Yeah.
the scout team, and he goes like, "Ah, it's cool. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, right?" Because he already had a reputation of being a difficult player and all that. Gets traded to Los Angeles, the Rams, does pretty decent there, and then parlays that into a contract with
Yeah.
The
Tampa
one
Bay.
thing, the one thing about that contract is, look at what Sam Darnold got. How does that guy get $10 million for 1 year
Because
for his fourth team, and he's done nothing for any of the other 3 teams?
None, not even your team.
No.
no, listen, I think Sam Darnold is just one of those guys. Like, I think he'd survive a nuclear blast. I mean, it's just like he's. I mean, honestly, like he just like you can't get rid of him. I mean, he just keeps popping up, and it's like he's the only quarterback in his draft class to appear in a Super Bowl, and he didn't even play in it. So
Right.
I mean, I don't know how it happened either, Donnie, but man, wouldn't you love to be Sam Darnold to like get very little wear and tear to your body, and then be making $10 million next year in Minnesota?
Exactly.
Or Jameis Winston making a lot of money for 1 year for doing absolutely nothing. But
Yeah.
he might just play. He might just play. Who knows? You know,
Well-
he might just play.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, he authored the crab clause, right? So I mean, that's
Whoa.
you know.
When he's the comeback player of the year next year, I mean, you're gonna be so upset. You're like, I can't believe I doubted Mike.
Come back from what? He actually played. He actually played last year because the Saints weren't just not good. You know, Derek Carr. You know, again, another one that got a big contract for doing absolutely nothing.
When Jameson becomes all elite. I don't want you to be like, oh, I knew from day one.
Oh, I will eat my crow if it gets us to the
Yeah.
playoffs like Flacco did. I'll eat crow all day long. I'll be happy to say that.
Listen, if Jameis wins the Browns a Super Bowl, I mean, Ed's taking him out for a crab feast.
I'll buy him the whole store
Yeah.
of crab. Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? The Browns winning the Super Bowl? Woohoo! Never win one? Man, I'll be doing cartwheels on front yard. I'll run all the way back to Cleveland just for that celebration all day long. So, all right. I think that's enough football talk. Let's get to what we really do love, which is baseball, guys. And I think we should start with the Yankees. What do you think, Mayor? I know, Flobo. I know, my man. I know you're a Mets fan, my man. But
No, I mean the
You're
Yankees
gonna start.
are down bad, but that's I'm happy is that the Mets are down bad for a change.
Garrett
Hey,
Cole.
if you're gonna start with first place. I mean, come on, let's go.
Bro, you better calm down. You better slow your roll there, sunshine. What I wanted to ask you is, Garrett Cole, man, that doesn't look good. Now, if the Yankees now are reintroducing themselves into the trade with Chicago, that just spells bad news for Garrett Cole. He's not 100%. It is that's a lot serious than they're leading on right now.
Probably so. Yeah, I mean, either that or they're just trying to bolster the lineup a little bit more. I don't know, but we'll see. I hope it's not a problem with Cole.
Yeah. So, Donnie, question.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Yankees will get Dylan, or will the trade cease to exist?
Oh,
The Dad Joke Chronicles.
The
oh no!
Dad Chronicles. The Dad Joke Chronicles.
It's a spinoff show on Thursday night.
It'll be on Sunday night when no one's watching.
There you
I'm
go.
not going to be on it.
Yeah, Flobo, he's going to tell me that the DHC sports show is on at a brand new time, and it's going to be literally me waiting in the studio, and then it's like, where's everybody?
Do you know
else?
that one meme from God, what was that show? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Just Will Smith just standing here there in the
Yep.
in the living room. Like, guys, that's gonna be him.
Why he want me, man?
Yeah, no
Yeah,
one
exactly.
want me. Yeah,
I mean,
Flobo,
Go ahead.
I think the Yankees. I think the Yankees are going to be fine. I understand. See that whole C situation is, I don't know. They're just trying to revisit. I think they're just trying to bolster the lineup. To be honest with you, I don't think there's anything more to it than that. We pitching has been our issue for years now. We've got to get as many pitchers in there as we can. I don't care what's going on because it seems like we can't keep some of them healthy either. And then you got guys like Nestor wearing blue jean tennis or cleats and stuff. I'm like, come on, dude, what's?
Well, I mean, he can do it only during spring training because during the season,
Right.
you can't do any of that.
That was some crazy stuff there. I mean, it's like and he has such a horrible outing. It's like y'all got to get your shit together here, and let's get going here.
I'm 100% with you, but it's okay
because Soto's crushing it. So
well, it's Soto. Hey, first of all, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is spring training, okay? But Soto is in mid form right now. He looks pretty good.
Although the Blue Jays sat him down the other day.
Whew. Oh, okay. Spring training. Here we go. We talking trash talk already. Blue Jays fan and Yankees fan in spring training. We're getting to it. I love it. I just really want to see what my friend thinks Mr. Mayer's going to think when the Yankees finish in third place in that division, because they're not going to be number one. You keep saying that. I know you're saying it because you're a fan. But there's no way in God's green earth that they're going to be first place in that division. Baltimore has this year so far. It's going to be the first place.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'm not going to totally disagree with the possibility of that. How about that?
The possibility of that.
But he's holding the door open to his prediction that they're going to win the division.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because let the recording show from what was that, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
That one Mr. Donnie the Mayor Wise picked the Yankees to win the AL East.
Yep. We'll go back to the tape if we have to.
We will.
Roll it back.
The Yankees aren't winning the division, but I will say this: it's actually to your advantage, right? Because remember last year's playoffs, we had so many teams laid off that ended up became a weakness. I think Yankees finished. I had second on my list, but third seems a bit more accurate. But the Phillies were a 3 seed, and they went pretty far, so it's not a big deal. That said, though, it is very perilous in the Bronx. All it takes is another Rodon injury or a Stroman injury or Garrett Cole coming back to have no depth whatsoever because you threw them all away to get 1 year of Soto. So hope it works out, but it's a big chance that it won't.
That's my issue with the Yankees. I think their lineup, the batting lineup, it's absolutely like that's just
well.
Wrong.
And then every year, you have to ask yourself: is Aaron Judge going to stay healthy? Is Giancarlo Stanton's oblique really going to work, or is he truly back, or is he going to be, the home run or bust again? I mean, so it's. I mean,
Giancarlo Stanton looks like Miami Marlins. Giancarlo Stanton.
He does, but let's see over 162 games how that goes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, I think he could. I mean, he has the talent, but and he looks great, but he has to parlay that onto on-field production. So.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they would find a way to get Snell because I think that would be a huge boost.
I agree.
But he's asking. This dude is asking for way too much. He needs to come back down to earth.
Yankees don't care how much they spend.
Well, they haven't.
At least they used not to.
Well,
I know. They need to get back to that.
The Yankees of George Steinbrenner didn't care. The Yankees of Hal Steinbrenner do care.
Yeah,
that's a different story right there.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a different story right there. So,
yep.
Let's stay in that division and let's talk about your Blue Jays, my friend, because they had a good minor league signing, which I really do like this signing by the Blue Jays. How do you feel about it, man? Talk to me.
Dude, I love it. I mean, is it gonna translate to the Blue Jays winning the AL East? Absolutely not. I mean, I'm not having any dreams of that. But just as a clubhouse presence, I still think Joey Votto's got something left, and I'm not saying
Flo was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, Flobo, give me my moment. Let me at least have my moment of yeah. Look at him. He's like, I can't believe he's talking this nonsense right now. But I don't know. I like the story. I'm probably a softie, but I like the story of him playing, like 10 minutes from where he lives. And I don't know. I mean, we'll see if it works, right? I mean, he's done a prove it deal. He has to prove that he's going to be, someone that can fill in. Obviously, injuries are a little bit of a worry, but the Blue Jays are a right-handed heavy lineup. They need a left-handed bat in there. And hey, I mean, I say give Joey Votto a shot, but he's got to prove it. So I like it.
He's not going to be a starter, right?
No.
We all know he's not going to be a starter. He's going to be a bench guy. That veteran leadership does count for something, which I do believe that. But I don't think he's going to be that kind of player that's going to be like the difference in you guys winning the division or not. I don't have the Blue Jays, ahead of Baltimore or Tampa or New York. But we'll see how that goes. Right? That AL East that's like the strongest division right now in all of baseball. That's a really good division right there. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how. But I like the signing. I do like the storyline of spring training. Right, he's making all these reels and all of that on Instagram. He used social media to his advantage, and he did it brilliantly. I think, in my opinion. What do you think, Flobo?
Thumbs down, man. I feel like a crotchety old man, and you'll never invite me back on the show.
Oh, I'm going. Feel free to disagree with us. That's awesome.
I don't get this. Oh, look, I understand a millennial can play with other millennials participation
Get off my lawn.
trophy, but let's be real about this. This is one of the classes where there were so many free agents unsigned 2 weeks before spring training, and we give a contract to a guy who made funny memes on social because he misses ball. There's plenty of guys who miss ball. You are a great mind. People loved you down there in the Midwest. You could have been a coach. You could have been a broadcaster. Heck, you could have even ran a blog. But yet you just say, I want a job. You get one? Is that how that works? Can I get a job with the Mets? Yo, New York, listen, I'm really good. I miss ball. Can I be the new catcher? Tell Francisco Alvarez. No, come on.
They might just sign you to a minor league contract for a day at least.
It worked for Tebow, right? Let me do it.
It sure did.
Flobo, let's be real. All you gotta do is pick up the phone. You're a celebrity, man.
You
just get to pick up the phone. You're like, I'm Floboboyce. Give me a job.
Like who?
What's up, Chris?
I've been trying to get Mr. Mets autograph for years.
Hey,
Well, I mean, I want your autograph. I mean, I'm a little starstruck, but hey,
I'm all for it. Yeah. So, but you know what though? Like I said, listen, is it going to be that big of a difference? I don't think so. I don't think it is. But what I'm looking at it is that from a content creator point of view, he used it brilliantly, whether we like it or not, right? I mean, he put these memes out, and he got the fans on his side in order for him to parlay that and get at least a very minor league contract.
And in response to what Flobo said, I mean, the Blue Jays in the position they're in now, they weren't about to invest the kind of money that it was going to take to sign one of those guys left on the market. They're looking for low risk options. They're looking for low cost options. And so it's so I certainly respect and understand your point. There are far more useful signings out there probably at this point, but I mean, and even there are some low risk options that probably would be more of a fit, but. As far as like one of those big names that's still out there, the Blue Jays were never going to be in for them. I mean, like they were in the Shohei sweepstakes, and that for like 5 seconds, and then that was about it.
You didn't believe that, did you? Did you?
No, we almost did. I did. I almost did. I wanted him to go to Toronto, but then you're right.
No, all of them were trying to get me to believe. I'm like,
we really did.
Yeah. So I'm like, until I see him like in a Blue Jays uniform at a press conference, there's no way in the world I believe he's going to go there.
He does look good in Dodger blue, so I'm not going to lie about that though. But let me ask you this, because and this is my opinion. Okay, the Blue Jays really didn't do anything in free agency, right? So the fan base are mad. They're angry right now. They haven't done anything, and then. In my opinion, I think they wanted to do a feel-good story in order for them to kind of like appease the crowd to say, hey, we got you guys something. Here's the shiny toy, even though it's not going to do anything in the time being, so you guys can't forget about the fact that we haven't been able to be competitive in any of these free agent signings this year.
You're not wrong, but it's a very small market team move. You know what I mean? Like, the Savannah Bananas do that. Let's be real, man. You're supposed to be a team in the strongest division, and you're signing as a 41-year-old guy who says, please, can I have a job? And I'm supposed to respect that? If I was the
Oh,
Yankees, if I
no.
was anywhere in the AL East, I would laugh at this. No offense to you, man. I appreciate you. But
Oh,
Yeah,
this
no.
is such a
No,
this is a very small
hey,
market
no,
thing.
hey, Flobo, talk your talk, man. You know, we're about authentic opinions on here, so I'd rather you just put it like it is.
I look at someone like Tommy Pham, for example, and Tommy Pham is somebody that has a lot off the field issues. I don't mind them, but if someone tells me, hey, look, I don't want that presence in my locker room, it's up to you. But if I'm looking for just a bat off the bench, that guy is like 5 years younger and has a higher OPS and a batting. I didn't understand the logic, except for we got our guy. But after you sign him, he has to do something, right?
He
That's the
better.
question. That's what I'm saying. Like, why not just have him as a special counsel at this point? If you wanted to sign him to something, I just don't think it's kind of weird. You know?
No,
Well,
I
if he's
agree.
not if he's not Canadian, they don't sign him either. Because I think there's some of
True.
that to it.
True.
Well, I forget. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah.
really good point. Yeah, I don't understand some of these signings this year. And you know, it's funny. Like, there's still some free agents out there that, and I was listening to this on the radio today, that like they're you know, the Major League Baseball, the owners and their front offices are playing chicken with the agents right now, right? Or like, who blinks first on who's gonna pay what. And like, you got these, you know, Snell still out there, right? Like, I mean, you have all these Scott Boras players that are not signed as of right now, and you know, it's getting kind of late in the season. We're less than 3 weeks away from the beginning of the season, and they have not been signed yet. So I mean, you cannot just expect them to get signed and all of a sudden ramp up to be ready for opening day. So it's getting kind of late for a lot of these teams or a lot of these players to be signed in order to be in the opening day roster.
Yeah.
And some of his players that have signed have ended up signing for less than they were trying to get, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
The Cubs,
Yeah.
the Cubs were like, we're not going to sign him for that money. Either we give you this or you don't sign with us. It's as simple as that.
Well, and what Matt Chapman ended up getting in San Francisco is a lot less than what he was offered in Toronto to stay. So, you know, a lot less guaranteed money too. So, I mean, it's one of those things. It's one of those risks when you go to free agency. You have to, if you're betting on yourself, sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. And then you've got a Blake Snell who's still holding out for his money. You've got Jordan Montgomery still holding out, both Scott Boras clients, and they very well may be signed if someone has a major injury. I mean, that's you don't wish that on anyone. Obviously, we don't wish that on any player to get injured, but that's the reality, is that, you know, those people will be out there. But if not, are they really going to get the kind of money that they're asking for? Or
There's no way I would sign Blake Snell first, especially Blake Snell, to the kind of money that he wants. You're injury prone. You can't even put together a full season yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's projected a regression this year. I think that's what's holding teams up. It's like, you were hot for a year and a half. You're due.
Yeah,
exactly.
Get a team friendly, player friendly deal. Make it or prove it. Prove it or make it. Deal. It's like, hey, I'm going to try to prove it this year that this is going to be. This is the new Blake Snell, and then get yourself a bigger contract next year.
I could see some of these guys getting 3 or 4 year deals with the opt-outs after year 1 and year 2 and year 3. I think that's the more of what you're going to start seeing with a lot of these free agents that don't make it until the back half. I think it's going to be those kind of deals of, if they can prove it after year 1 and they can opt out to kind of get a better deal, you might start seeing a lot more of that. So
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? I haven't heard from you, influencer. I know you're quiet there. You're in the car right now after the game is over. So
yeah, so it was a 16-2 run rule win for the University of Memphis.
Oh, wow.
Ended in the 7th. It was kind of funny. There was one time I flipped around the camera. There was a double that was hit right down the third base line, and it bounced off the fence right in front of my feet.
Pay attention to me, Donnie!
Don't make me turn this car around.
He's excited from the I'm afraid to say anything about Joey Votto because I haven't really met Flobo, but I want to be friends with him. So what's bad about Votto? So whatever Flobo said about Votto, I wholeheartedly agree.
My man.
That's good.
Yo, bro.
That's good. I like that. The influencer. That's a good one. I like that, Eric. I was like, I'm not saying anything. He's right. He's 100% right. Oh my god.
That's a smart move, to be fair.
That is one of the smartest baseball moves right there. Eric just made because a lot of teams have not made anything. Hey guys, did you guys see the new renderings for the Oakland A's ballpark?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
And then you can't comment on it, by the way, on any of the Oakland A's social media platforms, any of them, because they turned off comments on every single one. Did
Great
you guys
sign.
know that?
Great sign. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not just their team account; it's also the executives account. Dave Cavall doesn't allow you to pretty much comment on any of his stuff either. So he just, So it must be a team wide thing. So.
Yeah.
What you got, Flobo? You won't say something.
He wants to say something.
I don't understand what
Yeah.
the end game is, man. Like, if you've been out to Las Vegas, I'm sure all of us have because we're men of a certain age, right?
Yeah.
Ladies, we're gonna go and check out the In-N-Out over there. No, I'm
Right.
saying, you've been the thing is that team, that city has Dodger fans because of how close it is to LA, but they grasped onto their own squads. Like the Aces got held onto because they got a name change. The Golden Knights are totally organic. Vegas doesn't want the A's. Oakland doesn't want to leave them. The owners voted in unison to move them, which makes me go, maybe it's a political move. Nobody is happy. Even the site on the Tropicana, the architect is like, I had to do this, mate, because it's so small. Like, who's enjoying this? Like, what's
Nobody is.
Right.
The stadium will never be built. John Fisher doesn't have that kind of money.
I'm with that, Dave.
I'm with you,
sure.
David. 100%.
Yeah. Listen, there's a gap between what it's going to cost and how much money John Fisher has.
They put that rendering has all of the wishes that he wants on this thing. What the reality of it's going to be is probably a minor league ballpark. Oh wait, they already have one. Las Vegas Aviators. So
that is in Summerlin. That is a 25-minute drive, man. I made that drive.
Nobody wants them there. That's the thing.
They want baseball. They want baseball. They want
I
their
just
own
don't
team.
think they want the Oakland A's, though.
Yeah.
Right.
I just don't think anybody wants Fisher.
I said that a few weeks ago. I think they should have basically told Fisher, you have to sell this team to somebody that'll keep it in Oakland, and if you want a team in Vegas, then you can bid for a new team in Vegas like everybody else.
I agree.
That's what I think they should have done. Owners just won't do that. They don't want to. They don't want to do that to their own because they don't want it done to them. But if you don't act like him, you won't get it done to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a hot mess, man. Like the way that they've done that to the fans, to the city, like they didn't negotiate in good faith with the city. It was something, you know. Barbius Von Ebb says, "Where's Jack? I need to speak to him." Who's Jack? I don't see any Jacks around here. So, but and so I don't get it, man. I honestly don't understand this whole thing. Phil, the Raiders seem to be doing well. Just saying, I agree, but 16 games compared to a lot more games during the season for baseball during the summer when it's going to be absolutely hot, and then who are you going to be catering to? Like, you know, bachelor and bachelorette parties.
Yeah, the NFL can. The NFL can make that a success. The Raiders can make that a success because you know what that is? That's 8 weekends for guys in Oakland to get away to Las Vegas. Correct. So, you know, you got all those fans. They'll probably come down there 2 or 3 times a season, and it's like, hey, we're going to Vegas for a weekend. That works for that. That's the only way it works is because it's only 8 weekends.
Compared to 81 games.
Yeah.
That's the problem, and I don't think Fisher really thought this through, to be honest with you. It's like, I mean, his ego kind of got in the way. I don't think he's really thought this through. They're like, this is not good.
Mm-hmm. Right. And the only time they're going to have huge crowds is a weekend series against the big market teams.
Dodgers,
Yankees. Dodgers, Yankees, Mets come to town, Giants come to town, whatever, Angels. That's it.
Yeah, but there will be more of those fans than Vegas fans.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because that's the kind of city it is. I mean, you know, it's not you're not going to have a lot of homegrown Las Vegas A's or whatever other name that they might try to adopt. I mean, it's going to be your Yankees fans outdrawing or the Dodgers fans or whatever the case may be. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand you always used to years ago. You'd have the commissioner had power to do what was in the best interest of baseball. They don't seem to do what's in the best interest of baseball anymore. They do what's in the best interest of their pockets or the owners, but they don't care about the best interest of baseball.
I think this is a great point right here by Zach. Athletics had plans mostly private funded ballpark in Oakland, but they kept getting screwed by Oakland, Alameda County, and private interest group. Nobody ever talks about that.
Can you go more into detail as to what do you mean by getting screwed? Because I think that to me, I'm not sure if I disagree or not. Because if you've been following the athletic reporting and Brody Brazil, who's on YouTube doing these things, yes, there's been back and forth about the money approved about the old terminal spot and all that jazz. But ultimately, even if Oakland didn't want to pay for everything, they were down to keep it there because they knew no one goes to Oakland anymore. But you decide to move a team. Like I said this before, like if it was an original team, if it was a Las Vegas, whatever, the Batsmen or whatever, I think the local community from Henderson, from Summerlin will come out and support. The Aviators draw like 9,000 fans a game because that's a brand new team after the 51s changed their identity. But I'm telling you, if the Oakland A's from evil California gets uprooted by an owner who doesn't even want to be on screen to talk about what he's doing, it doesn't make anybody feel good at all. And so even if you're a Oakland A's fan in Las Vegas, the dozen of you guys, and you're happy, it is on such a small site on the Strip that if you lived in Vegas, you would never go because it's on the Strip. So I ask, who's it for? Because even Allegiant, which is like a little recessed, you can get there by skipping the Strip entirely.
Yeah, the Roomba Dome. I call it the Roomba because it looks like a Roomba, man. David has a great point, and it's this is something that we've been talking about, right? Who wants to sit out in 115-degree heat on a Sunday watching the Oakland A's the Vegas A's against the Rockies? It has to be a dome, no matter what. It has to be a dome.
The people in Vegas, they don't want the owner either. That's the thing. That's what it really boils down to is they don't want that owner there. That's why they're not behind this move either.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you're right. I think Vegas will support the team, any team, a baseball team, right? If it was under the right circumstances. But with all of this bad publicity and bad PR that has followed this owner, I think it's left a sour note on everybody, right? And nobody wants to be like, I don't know if I want to invest that kind of money on this kind of owner that he's going to later on be like, Vegas is kind of pissing me off. I'm going to move the team again.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't be.
They should make him sell the team.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he moves it there, gets what he can out of it, and sells it anyway, which would be the best thing for the team. But he's going to be screwing a lot of people for a few years before that happens.
Yeah, fleeing California is not something unique to the Athletics. Those other issues matter. They had support in Oakland, though. That's the thing, though. Like, I mean, granted. And a lot of people say that the Coliseum was something, it was unique, but they were in a bad ballpark.
Agree, yeah.
Whether it was the city or whether it was the owner or both that didn't want to upgrade, and then then the fight started to have that at the terminal and all that. That's a different story, right? But like that, we got to be honest with ourselves and say that like that's a big contributor as well as to why Oakland is leaving. The A's are leaving Oakland.
Yeah.
Well, I think no matter where you stand on it, money talks at the end of the day, right? I mean, for better or for worse, I think money talks a lot of the time in these types of situations, and it's not the only factor, but I think, but I think money is a chief factor in a lot of this as well.
Can I respond to this right here? So
Absolutely.
Zachary Benson says Las Vegas Golden Knights are on the Strip and their games are always sold out. People go to the Strip for games. But if you remember, I said because it was a homegrown team, you will go and support something that you feel that you're a part of. So if it was an expansion team at that site, I would go. But I asked someone, would you go to your main street to watch a team that came from somewhere else? There, it's not yours. It feels like it's a rental. It feels like another show, like a Cirque du Soleil thing. It's not the same thing as your homegrown team that just happens to be downtown. That's my point.
I know that's a good point. I mean, they can't be going to Vegas and be the Vegas A's. It's just you can't do that, right?
Yeah.
Because whether we like it or not, like I mean, we think of Oakland as in, the A's is in Oakland, but they've been in Philly, they've been in Kansas City, they've been all over the place, they've been all over the country, this team, right? At some point, you got to be like, all right, this team can't move anymore. Let's just get, and then we all talked about, it's like, okay, Major League Baseball and Fisher were like, oh, we'll give Oakland an expansion team if you allow us to rent the Coliseum for a couple of years so we can play here. No, dude, get the expansion team and get it in Vegas. Do it the right way.
Right.
Zach, I'm with you there. Here's the thing, though, on this one, right? Because the Dodgers moved at a time where it was different. Like, it was brand new Major League Baseball moving into Los Angeles to the West Coast. That's like, Dodgers and San Francisco when they both moved at the same time. That's different than this, right? Because we've already, the West Coast is already on the baseball, control. They got baseball there in the West Coast. The Oakland A's is a little bit of a different story. I'm with him on this one. I think that it has to be a brand new team, expansion team in Vegas, just like they did with the Vegas Golden Knights, the Aces, and all that. The Raiders is a little different story. Raiders travel anywhere, man. They'll go anywhere. They don't care. They're the Raiders for a reason. Yeah, right. They're the Raiders.
The Casper, Wyoming Raiders. Yeah.
And again, there's only 8 games for Vegas for football. So
yeah. Well, no matter what city you put in front of the Raiders name, it's always the Raiders.
Yeah.
Just thought.
Because they're a brand. It's a bad boy brand.
Yeah, it is.
It is a bad boy brand. And I mean, and it fits Vegas.
It does fit Vegas, yeah.
I hate to
It
say
fit
it.
LA, it fit Oakland, it fit Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, that works.
It did. It really did. It really did. So I agree with you there. I don't think you can really compare the NHL versus MLB either. NHL is, less games, right? That's a little bit, but man, NHL going to an NHL game is fun. Man, that is.
Well, that's it. That's indoors and it's nice and comfortable in a hockey arena. So.
And again, I'll say this: if you're going to Vegas, you gotta put a dome. You just cannot do an open air ballpark in Vegas. Not during the middle of summer. It just can't.
No, you got to do what the Rangers did. If you don't have what the Rangers have, forget it. It's not.
If you don't have the Home Depot dome, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Come on, it looks like a Home Depot.
I get you that. The Aviators don't play day games. I think they all play night games throughout the season.
You can't.
Yeah.
All right, Ed. So let me ask you this, Ed. If they changed if not necessarily,
he left us.
Oh,
it's a good question, Mayor.
That was an awesome question.
He had my vote. Question. Yo, come back, man.
I was all about it.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I had a call coming in.
Yeah.
How dare
you there?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We see you. We see you.
Yeah.
We see you.
We know that you're getting a lot of donors that are calling in. They're calling in to support your campaign. It's okay.
He's coming right back because I want to hear his question. Is it me? Right? Exactly. It's me. Can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, somebody was trying to call me and I hung them up and I lost all my audio. So what I was trying to get at is how would you feel or what would you think if the situation had been that the A's were going to relocate to Raleigh instead of Las Vegas?
I still feel the same way though, kind of like it's because they screwed over Oakland. That's my
You don't want that owner. You don't want that owner and the poison that comes with it, and that's the problem more than anything.
I'll say this though, I think it'll be successful in Raleigh.
It probably would be more successful in Raleigh, and I know Zach is the proponent for Salt Lake City, and I get it for him, and I think it could be even more successful in Salt Lake City than it will be in Vegas. I don't know how great overall it would be, but think about this: when they added the Colorado Rockies have never moved the needle. I mean, they're a good team. They're an average team. They've always just been a team ever since they started. They don't move the needle ever. And that's what you're going to have with the A's in Salt Lake City if they move there. It's probably what you're going to have with the A's in Vegas. They're just going to be that team that's there, and they're not going to move the needle anymore.
It really just pisses me off, this whole situation. That's bad because also Tampa's also, let's not forget that Tampa is having a whole lot mess with their ballpark not getting approved and all this other stuff, right? So, I mean, they're, and Major League Baseball, they say like once these two teams get settled and you know where they're going to be at, then we can talk expansion. But this is really pushing this whole expansion discussion back now to 2028, 2029. because Oakland A's can't get their shit together. The Tampa Bay Rays and the city of Tampa can't get it together, can't agree on anything. It's just like, come on, just already like, and Tampa's a good team. That's a really good team that just like they want to stay, but they, they're just, they're not getting any kind of help either.
Yeah. I thought that Donnie made a good point about the owner situation. I think we've seen it in the past about that. It doesn't even take a team moving to see that a bad owner has can have a negative effect on a franchise. I mean, look at Jeffrey Loria, going and buying the Marlins after with what happened with the Expos. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
not just once, but twice.
Right. So I mean, so it doesn't even have to take a team moving that to know that when a bad owner or when a toxic owner moves into a different market, whether they're moving a team or they're introducing themselves to an existing market, that it can have negative ramifications.
Yeah,
I agree. I 100% agree. I think it's going to be one of the situations. It's just like, we'll see. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Oakland is a hot mess. They really are.
Yeah.
They're like the girlfriend that, like they know what he wants. It's like, I'm good.
I don't know. It reminds me of when I was in high school. There was always that one person that ate lunch by themselves, and you kind of felt bad. And so you say, you know what? I'm gonna eat lunch with them because they need to be respected. And you go over there and they're just mean to you.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
That's why I don't.
That's why you by yourself. Yeah. Because I watch the games here. You say I went to a couple games up there. You want to support the team, but the people there are like, look, we know it sucks. Every time someone's good, quadruple A Oakland shoots people off, or people come here to retire. Our owner doesn't even want to be on TV. Had an interview 2 months ago, and it had to be no cameras and with print, and have someone recant what happened in secondhand. So there's like no way for you to feel good about this, and it's hard to buy in. So I don't know, man. I hope they get a new girlfriend. I mean, I hope they get a new ownership.
You're right. I hope so too, man. I hope so too. All right, we're at the top of the hour, but I want to touch on one more thing before we go. And it's great news, and this is something that I've been waiting for so long. And I don't know if you guys have put Zach. I know you love this as well, my friend. Miami Marlins are allowing musical instruments at the ballpark starting this season. And this is the biggest news that made me so happy, because I know you guys seen some of the videos that I put on social media, like, them partying and them, during the Caribbean baseball series. It was just an absolute wonderful party. And now that Miami Marlins are says, like, you know what? This was a success. We want it. Bring it. Let's go.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this?
I love it. I think for my
and he left again. He got a call. He got a call, guys. He got a call. There he is.
Mayor's job's never done.
Can't hear you now. Can't hear you. No, can't hear you. Okay, so talk to me, Flobo or Patrick. Patrick, talk to me.
Go ahead, Flobo.
I like it, but not the way you're thinking.
Okay.
So, like, I'm West Indian, I'm Caribbean. We always have parties at these things. We always make it a big deal. WBC made it hot, and it was Miami's thing. But I kind of like. Reminds me of when I was a kid. One of my favorite games was Street Fighter 2. And that was every location gave you something different. Talk about fountains in Kansas City. You talk about the trumpets when Edwin Diaz came out. Miami's thing up until recently was it was a ballpark next to an art installation, which is cool, but not really intimidating. I mean, unless you're about that whole dolphin fountain that Derek Jeter took down. But now you can imagine going to see Tim Anderson or Jazz Chisholm, which is really cool. I'm gonna get myself a Tim Anderson jersey, and having the music and having the rhythm, and it's kind of feel like a whole different thing. I mean, that could be really fun and make that a destination, because Florida baseball has been locked in this corner where every other team has a camp down there. Why would you pick a Florida team to support? Well, here's your reason. It's a Friday night Caribbean night. Let's do it.
Yeah. And you're right. I think you're 100% right. I 100% agree with you. And Zach said this away. I was like, it won't work in Milwaukee.
Did it poke in Milwaukee? That was dope. I would defend the Brewers to the end. They did roll out the barrel, and I was losing my mind. I'm from Brooklyn. Roll out the accordions and everything. It was sick.
So I think it's perfect for Miami.
Mhm.
It's not going to be something that's going to work in Cleveland or something that's going to work in in Pittsburgh or something like that, right? Midwest team. I think it is a very Miami thing to do. You know where I think it also probably would work in Dodger Stadium. I think it'll work there to an extent of a different different music instruments and things like that. No, we cannot hear you, Donnie.
They have mariachis on Tuesdays, so I get it.
There you go. So there has something different. I think with Major League Baseball doing something different in each city, I think that's what's good about it, right? So if we do something different in New York or do something different in up in Seattle, give it a little bit of a flavor, just like Miami's doing, I think that'll attract more of the fan base to them. And Miami needs the fan base, right? They were a good team last year. They need that fan base support up there. So he left us. He left us.
Yeah.
Wow, that was weird.
No, not you, Donnie.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I guess what I would say about it is what's one thing that we like about minor league baseball, right? Is that a lot of teams do promotions to try to bring in their local story, and we want to do something that's uniquely that city. And so I think Flobo's point's well made. I think that having something that Miami can identify with is bringing, I feel like, a minor league flavor to the major leagues rather than the top down that we've been seeing with a lot of stuff recently with Major League Baseball saying this is what minor league baseball has to do. This is sort of the influence of the good of minor league baseball making its way to the major leagues. And I'm in support of it. I think it's a great move.
Hey, we're all good, man. Just hanging out, talking ball.
there you go.
Can you
Go
hear
ahead,
me?
Donnie. Yes, I can. Yes,
back.
I
Okay.
can.
Okay. What I was going to say is, I think it's great for Miami. I think it works there, and I know you're talking about other places it wouldn't work. I think San Diego might possibly be one other place that it could work.
But its own
Potentially
flavor, though.
with its own flavor, and possibly even Houston. I don't know about the
Yeah.
Rangers, but Houston
Yeah.
with another flavor too.
As long as it's not the San Diego guys singing during the playoffs. As long as it's not them.
give them a whole tour.
Stadium Girl over on Instagram says that yes, I agree. The Chihuahuas do such a good job of this as well when it comes to embracing
Yes.
Caribbean, Latino, right? The Hispanic culture in baseball. So that's amazing. I love to hear that. Phil, when is episode 3 with Stadium Food Girl coming out? Listen, we got, that's going to be later on, man. That's I got 2 episodes, 2 episodes with Flobo, 2 episodes with Stadium Girl. I'm talking with Cheats. We're about to have an interview soon, by the way. So I'm super pumped about this. And I also, invited him to come on the show as well.
Breaking news.
Oh, yeah, baby. That's going to happen. You know what I mean? We're going to make it happen. But I did not see this, and I want to. We're going to keep going for a little bit here because I have not heard this, and Zach is bringing me some brand new information to this. Any thoughts on the rumblings that Cleveland Guardians are dumping the Lynchburg Hillcats and making the Lake Erie Crushers their single A affiliate?
Whoa, that's major.
That because the Lake Erie Crushers are indie ball right now.
Yeah, they're indie ball.
Yeah, they're indie ball, and wow.
I can see them trying to get. I can see them trying to get a team closer to them. So I don't know.
But they already have 2 teams. They have the Akron Rubber Ducks. They got the Columbus Clippers and the Lake County Captains.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So they'd put everything right there, wouldn't they? Yeah. I don't know.
I don't get that.
Well, look at the Atlanta Braves. That's what the Atlanta Braves have been doing. They've been getting everybody closer and closer as well. So.
And they'll have with Columbus move, they'll have that.
Exactly.
Well, I'm just looking at the information I have here, and it's pretty much all conjecture. But this team was just sold. The Crush was just sold this week to Len Komorowski, who was a Cleveland Cavaliers CEO at one point. So if that's going to be the move, that would make sense, right?
Yeah, partnership with Cavaliers and all that.
Oof.
Oh, interesting. And it's not too far. You're looking about half hour at the most. I think it was half hour, 45 minutes, give or take with traffic and stuff, from downtown to where they are in Avon, up there in Ohio. So that's interesting. I gotta think about this. I like the Hillcats too, though, but they're
Well,
yeah, they're in Virginia, huh?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I don't want to say it out loud.
Well, I wonder if some of it might have something to do too with like there's player development agreements about the teams having to make improvements to their stadiums. So does that give Major League Baseball the out to allow to allow them to switch affiliations?
Mm.
I don't
Oh,
know. I mean,
Stanford girl loves that missions hat.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think if you can't get your stadium up to standard, then you're going to be out. I mean, that's why you saw Asheville Tourists fighting hard to get the funding they needed,
Yep.
and some of these others. I mean,
Eugene
that's an
Emeralds
issue.
just
Yeah.
recently got theirs passed as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's an issue. If you don't get it done, you're out. So
Yeah. Well, and Hillsborough with the big win, they finally put their whole financial package together to get their upgrades. So,
10 years.
Right.
You
Yeah.
technically have a 10-year contract, but that 10-year contract is not guaranteed because
No.
you need to make those upgrades.
Well,
Listen, I don't disagree with the upgrades too, though, because like some of these ballparks are like, oh my god, are we playing in this thing? It's cool, but there need to be some upgrades done. Asheville is a beautiful ballpark. Don't get me wrong, right up on that hill by the mountain. That's a gorgeous ballpark, but it does need some major upgrades as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know about this. I'm gonna have to do some more research on the Lake Erie Crushers, huh? Thank God they don't have the old logo because the old logo sucked. This new one is better.
Wait, what's the old one?
You look it up. Old Lake Erie Crushers logo. That you're not. It was not good. And that's when they first started too. I'll say this. During the summer, that field gets absolutely. It's an inferno. It is so hot because it is all turf. It's all turf. So look at the influencer just hanging out, chilling back, leaning back, all trying like I'm cool and everything. Oh, I'm moving. Wait. Oh,
Going to check out John Morant.
Look at that. Well, he's not playing, is he? I think he's done for the year, is he?
Yeah, I know, but yeah, we're staying right across from the FedEx Forum.
That's pretty cool.
They had a game tonight, but I'm a baseball guy, so we went to watch baseball instead of NBA.
I get you. I like my Cavaliers, so I'll root for them all day long.
Wow, Mark Price days, right?
Yeah. Oh God, Mark Price. How about this? Terrell Brandon days.
Terrell Brandon.
How about that?
That's a dad hat answer.
Yeah. I'm just showing my age right there on that one.
Brad Doherty.
Oh. Kemp. Sean Kemp days there. That was fat Sean Kemp too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was semi-truck Sean Kemp. My
Oh,
God,
man.
that guy. He was big when he was there. Holy moly. All right. Okay, it says who's waking up for early Dodgers Padres game next week?
Not me.
What time is it? Like I don't know what time it is going to be here on the East Coast.
There aren't so many teams that I'm so neutral to negative on than the Dodgers and Padres. It's like I don't care about them. It's like, yeah, and I live out here. I'd rather drive to Anaheim, to be honest with you. But Dodgers, Padres in the middle of the night, I'm good.
I'm gonna go to sleep. It's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's a hard pass.
If it was the A's and Padres, that'd be kind of fun to watch to see how
3 a.m. Vegas time. Sweet Jesus, no, I'm good.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a hard pass. Record it or just watch it later on YouTube. Watch the highlights or something.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be good enough for me. All right, boys. It's 13 after the hour. This was a lot of fun conversations tonight that we had. A little bit of football, some baseball, right? We're talking some owners being just absolutely bad at their job. And then this is just when they should not be doing anything when it comes to the operations of baseball operations or football operations. How's that? I think we can all agree with that as fans. At the end of the day, they're just big fans with a big, large pocketbook, and that's it. That's what it really is, and then they think they know better than everybody else, and it's proven that they don't. So I'll go around the horn here. Prospector, what you got going on this week, my friend?
Well, what I'm going to tell you for tomorrow is stay tuned.
Sounds good. I like it. All right, influencer, talk to me, my friend.
So Johnny and I, the Earn Fun Average podcast, we turned 2 years old. Our 2-year anniversary is tomorrow. We have Count to Baseball, Mr. Paul Caputo, Baseball by Design, is our special guest tomorrow for our 2-year anniversary. And we do a little Earn Fun Average trivia and see how he does So yeah, check us out for our 2-year anniversary of Paul Caputo tomorrow.
I'm still waiting for the invite, but it's cool though. The anniversary invite.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah. Congratulations on fooling America for 2 years. That's your average, by the way.
You're welcome.
Aw. But the most like backhanded but not really compliment ever. Like I couldn't tell if were you praising him or were you gonna...
Yeah. Flobo, this has been going on for a while. I said I don't know how 2 way above average hosts can get away with telling America that they're an average podcast. That's been my whole shtick for a while.
You're a reluctant hype man. I love it.
Don't worry. Patrick getting his money. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Getting it up in the mail. Don't you worry. Getting that money or hat. Either way, he's getting paid somehow.
Yeah. Flobo, I like to build people up, even if it's a backhanded way.
Apparently, I'm taking notes.
No matter what, Lynn gets a hat, guys. Lynn gets a hat.
Lynn gets a hat.
Donnie, where you at, my friend?
Well, tonight's the second of 3 nights working I got this week, so I'll be back out working late Thursday night. Just heading back to Ohio on Sunday for a few days, and
OH, baby.
Yep. So I'll be back up there next week for the show, and yeah, I don't have anything going on really sports wise for a few more weeks till season starts kicking in.
I love it. Flobo, talk to me. What you got going on this week, man?
Well, I'm debating whether or not I should go to SummerSlam. I think you guys are wrestling fans. It just got announced today that August 3rd in Cleveland, where the Browns are playing, are going to be SummerSlam. But the Guardians are in town that weekend, so I may.
Do both, baby. I love it.
I may do that, but other than that, I'm a contributor on the Black Baseball Mixtape. It's new episodes out every Monday. My show is called In the Booth. We do the more fan-centric stuff, and of course, my personal blog, if you want to know, top secrets, called JustTheSandwich.com, sports and comedy blog. Put it all together.
I love it. And then I'll put all this information later on. If you guys go ahead and follow Mr. Flobo, he put some good stuff out there on Instagram, TikTok, and all that stuff. So as far as the Dad Hat, we will be back next week. The Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show at 9:00 Eastern time. Maybe we'll talk AL Central. I don't know, but we'll see how this goes. We'll see if we have somebody else joining us next week. This week, we finished my conversation with Stadium Food Girl. Really good conversation. Content on how she looks at ballparks and all that stuff. The famous not so famous question. So you guys got to follow her. Great following, great food, great content. And then that's it. Oh, May 24th, 25th, and 26th. We're here in Raleigh. Okay, guys. We will be watching the Holly Springs Salamanders Friday night, Durham Bulls on Saturday, and then Sunday is going to be the Carolina Mudcats. So 3 days, 3 games. Come join all of us. We're going to have a lot of fun. So we'll see you guys then. Anything else? Did I miss anything else, guys? Anything at all? No, we're good.
Nope.
All right, guys. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.